Zaterdagmiddag op Graspop Metal Meeting 2017. Vorig jaar stonden onze gasten van vandaag ook al hier en speelden ze het plein gewoon volledig plat. En normaal gezien doen ze dat vanavond opnieuw een keertje. Maar nu nog even bij ons. Joe, Mario, welcome. I just told that Gojira played here last year in the Marquee. And I don't know if you guys know that, but afterwards, I think everybody was talking how great that show was. It was one of the highlights.
Whoa. Nice, thank you.
But again, if you hear something like that, does that make you kind of nervous to play today?
Somehow we don't feel nervous when people say, "What are you gonna put out after this record? This record was great. How are you gonna?" Somehow it's good to hear, and we feel motivated and pushed forward, you know. And also we try to evolve at each show. You know, we always give our best to be more powerful, more concentrated, more in tune. The timing. So even though it's a bit frustrating because we're perfectionists, we know that we'll beat the Gojira from last year this year, you know. Somehow we're confident that we're not going downhill yet. We're still going up as musicians and performers. I meant.
But if you say that you always get better, you always try your best, does it also mean that when you're not on tour, when you're not writing, that you keep practicing every time again and
Actually, we played 1 year ago in this festival, and I think we didn't stop touring. You know, wow. It has been an amazing run, a long tour. You know, almost 1 year on the road. So we had like 3 weeks off. I remember in November. So we didn't have to practice so much, you know. Yeah. So we did more than 100 shows.
Yeah, we did 150 shows since last Graspop.
Wow. Yeah, so it's a lot. But it's true that it's a kind of music you have to practice. You have to maintain the level because it's very demanding. Mm-hmm. So as a drummer, for example, I'm always practicing when we have more than 2 weeks or 3 weeks off.
Mm-hmm. So let's say Gojira is serious business. You have to keep your head with it. But is there also time for fun, for the crazy stuff?
Yes, of course. Yeah. Our life is divided into distinct parts, like the parts at home, the part where we are with our kids and families, you know, and the one on the road. The part on the road is very, very weird. For this 1 hour on stage, there's often 30 hours of, you know, traveling or doing nothing. So Mario is a good example of that. He's doing a little series on our Instagram where he's killing people. So it's like this little fiction horror movie, evil Mario. And that
killing the time.
That alone is taking a lot of time. So because we're contributing, you know, we're watching him, we're acting or helping for filming and stuff. Mario's painting, like you are very active on the road. Maybe you.
Yes, yeah. I'm a bit hyperactive, you know, but you too, actually, you know.
Yeah.
It's for me. It's an opportunity. All these moments we can get is an opportunity to stay creative. You know, if it's not the music and be just draw, and so I take advantage of this time.
You guys work a lot with the band, but the success keeps growing. You keep getting bigger and bigger. You go on tour with Metallica. Does that also mean that it's getting harder and harder to keeping it under control yourselves?
I'm sorry, what do you mean by that, under control?
You have to let other people make decisions for you guys. Is that hard?
Now we have a great team. I think a few years ago was very hard because we changed everything around the band. All the settings were different, and, different management, record company. Now we have such a great relation with Roadrunner Records and our management, and the crew is the same finally after a few years struggling. So we have such a strong team that I feel it's And also, it's true that Joe and I, we are on every details. You know, we talk a lot with all the partners. We control all the social medias. You know, so I feel that it's easier right now, actually.
Yeah, we it was hard at one point, yes, like Mario said, when we changed our surrounding, but we went from doing everything, literally everything, you know, driving the van and printing the shirts, and the first album was delivered in our kitchen, in our parents' kitchen, and then we started to send it to the press, and like we always did things ourselves, basically. So when we switched to starting to have to trust people to do things for us, it was hard, but now we're good. We have a excellent team around.
So now you'll be on in a few hours. Last time you played here in the Marquee, a tent. Now you're on the big main stage in broad daylight. Does it make it different for you guys?
You know, it's been a few years now that during the summer we go from a huge main stage to a small club, you know, in between shows in front of 300 people, and then all of a sudden we're in a tent somewhere, and all of a sudden it's something else, and all of a sudden we're headlining a smaller festival, so we have to be flexible and adapt. So now we're, how can I say this? We're warmed up to this exercise, you know, and we're not too impressed anymore. Give us a huge stage, we'll take it. You know what I mean?
Guys, have a great show tonight.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us here.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.